Psychology facts about human behavior that will blow your mind. Did you know that taller men tend to have more sexual encounters on average compared to shorter men? Height can play a surprising role in sexual attraction and mate selection, often due to societal perceptions of taller men being more dominant or protective. Men often overestimate women's interest in them, while women tend to underestimate men's interest. This difference in perception can lead to some interesting dynamics in dating and relationships. A man's penis becomes harder when inserted into a woman. This phenomenon is due to the psychological and physical stimulation that occurs during intercourse, making the experience more intense. Having sex 3 times a week can make individuals appear 4 to 7 years younger. The physical exercise, release of endorphins, and intimacy all contribute to a more youthful appearance. Orgasms can be more intense in hot weather. This could explain the appeal of holiday sex, as the warmer climate might enhance the overall sexual experience. Almost 1/3 of men insist that kissing isn't cheating, whereas 89% of women disagree. This highlights the different ways men and women perceive emotional and physical boundaries in relationships. Lesbians reportedly experience more orgasms compared to their heterosexual counterparts. This might be linked to a deeper understanding of female pleasure and sexual needs. 70% of men watch porn. This statistic is reflective of the widespread availability and consumption of adult content and its impact on sexual behavior and expectations. The average length of a vagina is 3 to 4 inches. This anatomical fact dispels myths and misconceptions about female genitalia and can help in better understanding female pleasure. By age 19, about 70% of American teenagers have had sex. This statistic underscores the importance of sexual education and communication about safe sex practices among young people. Men have a G-spot too. It's located in the prostate, and stimulating it can lead to intense orgasms, opening up new avenues of sexual pleasure. A strong sense of smell may enhance orgasmic experiences. Scents can play a powerful role in arousal and the overall sexual experience. Women with mostly male friends tend to stay in a good mood more often. This might be due to the different dynamics and support systems that male friendships can offer. Sperm lives longer than the egg in women's bodies. While an egg survives for about 24 hours, sperm can live up to 5 days, increasing the window for potential conception. Some women can reach climax through nipple stimulation alone. This highlights the importance of understanding and exploring different erogenous zones. A fear of kissing is called philophobia. This uncommon phobia can stem from past traumatic experiences or cultural influences. The maximum speed of erotic sensations traveling from the skin to the brain is 156 mph. That's faster than you might have thought, explaining how quickly we can respond to touch. 67% of women prefer clean-shaven men. Grooming preferences can significantly influence attraction and sexual desirability. Stress is the enemy of sex. High stress levels can inhibit arousal and make it difficult to enjoy sexual experiences. Turning off the brain center for fear and anxiety is crucial for women to orgasm. The amygdala, responsible for these emotions, needs to relax for a woman to fully experience pleasure. It's nearly impossible to lose a tampon or anything in the vagina. The cervix acts as a barrier, preventing anything from traveling too far. Gazing at a stranger for 4 minutes can lead to falling in love. Eye contact can create an intense emotional connection, sometimes leading to romantic feelings. Only 1 in 5 men proposes on one knee, and 6% do it over the phone. While traditional, the way people propose has evolved with changing social norms. A woman's breath may have a faint semen odor within an hour of intercourse. This is due to the presence of certain proteins and compounds in semen. The average erect penis measures 5.17 inches. This fact helps to counteract unrealistic expectations set by media and porn. Men prefer women with a low waist-to-hip ratio. This preference is rooted in evolutionary biology, as it signals fertility. The color red makes women more attractive to men. Red is often associated with passion and desire, triggering a strong response. Scent is a significant turn-on for men. The smell of a partner can increase attraction and arousal, making the experience more intimate. Shared exploration enhances sex appeal. Couples who explore each other's bodies and desires together often report higher levels of satisfaction. Men's sperm can reportedly shoot over 38 inches vertically without hindrance. This surprising fact showcases the power and speed of ejaculation. The female orgasm acts as a powerful painkiller by releasing feel-good endorphins. This can provide relief from headaches, menstrual cramps, and other discomforts. People who sleep on their stomachs report having more sex dreams. The position might stimulate certain nerve endings, leading to more vivid dreams. Sex strengthens emotional bonds. The release of oxytocin, the love hormone during sex, helps to deepen the connection between partners. Men who frequently perform oral sex on women are perceived as more passionate and aroused. This can enhance intimacy and trust in a relationship. Sex on a woman's period is actually far more common and enjoyable than you may have been led to believe. The added lubrication can increase pleasure, and many couples report a stronger connection during this time. 51% of women have had orgasms while doing crunches. Known as coregasms, these occur due to the stimulation of pelvic muscles during exercise. Incomplete sexual inactivity may cause penis size reduction. Regular sexual activity can help maintain penile health and size. The amygdala, the part of your brain that triggers fear and anxiety, shuts down in women when they have an orgasm. This allows for a more intense and pleasurable experience. 37% of women reported regularly using a vibrator with their sexual partner during intercourse. This can enhance pleasure and lead to more fulfilling sexual experiences. Women over 40 years old are more likely to have multiple orgasms than women in their 20s. Experience and a better understanding of their own bodies contribute to this increased likelihood. Women with higher testosterone levels might be more interested in masturbation than in having sex with someone else. Hormonal influences play a significant role in sexual preferences and behaviors. Nipples are erogenous zones because the sensation of hardening travels to the same part of the brain as sensations from the vagina, cervix, and clitoris. This makes nipple stimulation a powerful part of sexual arousal. A headache may actually make you more in the mood. The increased blood flow and release of endorphins during sex can alleviate headache symptoms. A big penis won't stretch out or ruin a vagina. The vaginal muscles are incredibly elastic and can return to their original shape after being stretched. We're talking about sex more, but having it less. Despite being more open about sexual topics, many people report having less sex than previous generations. When it comes to pleasure, penis girth is more important than length. A wider girth can provide more stimulation to the vaginal walls, leading to increased pleasure. The darker the woman's vagina, the more enticing its enigmatic charm. Skin pigmentation varies, and many find the contrast to be visually appealing. 50 to 75% of women who have orgasms need to have their clitoris touched. Clitoral stimulation is often necessary for many women to reach orgasm, highlighting its importance in sexual activity. Most women don't know that men have sensitive nipples too. This often overlooked erogenous zone can provide pleasure during foreplay and sexual activity. The clitoris is only partially visible to the naked eye. The majority of it is internal, with around 8,000 nerve endings, making it one of the most sensitive parts of the female body. If he finds it hard to stay hard, avoiding the girl on top position might help, as his penis will be fighting gravity in this position. Changing positions can sometimes make a big difference in maintaining an erection. Men tend to fall in love more quickly than women. This might be due to societal conditioning or biological factors that make men more eager to commit early in a relationship. Women often fantasize about romantic settings such as islands, while men focus more on body parts. This difference highlights how men and women may approach sexual fantasies differently. Hugging a woman for 20 seconds can improve her happiness and self-confidence. Physical touch releases oxytocin, which helps strengthen emotional bonds and create a sense of security. When a guy is turned on, his sweat becomes saturated with chemicals linked to female arousal. These pheromones can subconsciously attract a partner and increase sexual desire. While having sex, a man's beard grows faster than in normal conditions. The rush of hormones during sexual arousal can stimulate hair growth. Your climax will be more intense if you raise your hips slightly and squeeze your PC muscles before peaking. This technique can enhance the orgasmic experience by increasing muscle tension. Women often speak in higher-pitched tones when talking to someone they find attractive. This subtle change in voice can signal interest and flirtation. Each vagina has its own unique smell. This natural scent can vary depending on factors like diet, hygiene, and hormonal changes, making every woman's scent distinct. The first inch or two of the vagina has the most nerve endings and is the most pleasure receptive. This is why many women find shallow penetration to be more pleasurable. Don't feel bad about that drunken night you slept with someone you don't remember. -73% of women admit to having had at least one-night stand. This is a common experience and doesn't define your value or character. 76% of millennials lost their virginity by age 18. This statistic reflects changing attitudes towards sex and the growing importance of sexual education. While you're less likely to use a condom as you age, you're slightly more likely to use lube. Lubrication can enhance sexual comfort and pleasure, especially as natural lubrication decreases with age. 76% of millennials lost their virginity by age 18. This statistic reflects changing attitudes towards sex and the growing importance of sexual education. 94% of men and 83% of women masturbate. Despite the stigma that sometimes surrounds it, masturbation is a common and healthy part of human sexuality. Hair around the vaginal area grows for only about 3 weeks, whereas the hair on a person's head can grow for up to 7 years. This difference in growth cycles explains why body hair requires more frequent maintenance. Taller men are often perceived as more sexually attractive, which can be a factor in why they might have more sexual encounters. Studies have shown that many women prefer taller partners, which naturally gives taller men a wider selection of potential partners. This preference is often influenced by the factors mentioned above, such as perceived protection, status, and confidence. Like, comment, and subscribe for more from the wisdom of psychology.